You can watch me on Adventures with Andrew Magus on YouTube. I also stream live. You can watch here as well. If you like it, please follow us. And I hope you enjoy the day. So let's play a couple games. So we'll play the classic mode. I have myself set up against 3 other opponents. I have them at medium difficulty, which is challenging, for me at least. And we'll get started. So the goal of Mystic Vale is to build your cards. You do that by planting in your field, and you get mana from your field. All these blue dots are mana. The red dots are spoiled cards, which means that if you have more than 3 of those red dots laying out in your field, which is what this is called, you spoil and you lose your turn. So you can either take what's there, or you can choose to harvest or choose to push the harvest by pushing the on-deck card on the field. But if another card shows up here that is spoiled, you would lose the turn. So for now, we're going to leave it the way it is. We have plenty of decks. These are blank cards that we're going to fill in with these selections from up here. These are base cards that we already have. There's 9 of these with the spoiled marker on it. There's, I can't remember, but there's several with the field on it that gives you mana, and then there's many blank cards that you can use to build your deck. So the way we're going to start is we will take what we... actually, you know what? Yes. Yeah, we're going to take what's given to us right now. We're just going to choose to go to the harvest phase. In the harvest phase, you can choose 2 of these as upgrades that you can afford by value in the upper right-hand corner, or you can buy these later on using the symbols that show up on some of the cards. So, for example, this is the plain symbol, and you can see that matches there. So our goal is to accumulate as many of these points as possible. There's 33 points in the game. You get it 2 ways: by actively collecting points using the symbols on some of the cards when they're played, or you can also get them by collecting the Vale cards up at the top. So to start out with, we need to start building our deck. So let's start building a card. So we're going to take a fertile soil, and the fertile soil is coming in 3 different positions because you can see you can only have 1 in each position. And once you assign it to the card, you cannot change it and you cannot overwrite it. So, and that's our turn. So the first turns are pretty fast. Now you can keep track of what's going on by looking at your discard pile. It tells you how many of your spoiled cards are active. So the discard pile has 7 cards in it already, and there's 2 active tokens left. So in this case, it's already back to our turn. This time we're going to try pushing it. So push it, and you'll see we got a blank card. So we can keep pushing, hoping to get another card. And now see, here I spoiled. I spoiled because I have over 3 of these spoiled symbols on the board. So now I lose my turn. And pretty much that's the game. When you play it on a board game, or the real board game, most players play simultaneously. They flip out their field, wait for their turn to pull cards, and then they discard and pull out their turn cards again. Alright, so this is how many cards we have left in the deck. There's 2. If we take a look here, you'll see that we discarded 14 cards. There are 5 active tokens left. So I think we'll stick with what we have right now. Yep. So we have 4, and when you spoil, you get an extra mana. So, all right. So with 4, we can do some things here. So let's take what's the best card we can afford? There's 3 of them. This one gives us a helmet, which gives us points, or could give us points on some cards, and gives us a sun symbol. The Deadwood Harvester, which will allow me to discard any other card in my field. That's a good card to have. And then the Wellspring, which gives us the animal token and totem and the green totem. So what do we want to do here? I think we'll take Deadwood Harvester and we'll attach it to this mana. And we'll discard. So the initial turns go pretty quick, and then after that it becomes a little more challenging. So Field of Flowers is good because 2 mana. Mindful Owl is good because it lets you discard a card. Every card has its advantages and disadvantages. So this is great. So now in this playing phase we're up to 6 mana. As you can see here, we have 1 card that's totally blank. I'm going to grab Field of Flowers here. I don't want to risk losing that. So I'll take Field of Flowers and we'll put it on this other field card, which gives us 3 mana every time that card comes up. Now I can still buy 1 more card because I still have 3 left. So with that one, I'm going to buy Earth Chant Chorus. We'll attach it to this card because it gives us 2 cost less for 2 enchantments. So we want to maximize our use of that. So we want to have 2 spaces for that. Most of the cards have a position, bottom, or not most, all of them do, bottom, middle, or top. Like this one is a bottom Mindful Owl, so we could not buy this one and put it here. We could put it on here, however. So you have to be mindful of that as well. Not every card that comes out will be in a position you can use. So for example, here's 2 Peacekeeper Druids. These are great cards as well. But let's see if the last to get to me. Because this lets me discard the spoiled card on the deck. Nope. Unfortunately, we're out of position to get these good cards. So let's take a look at what we have. So we have 3 mana this time around. And our deck has 7 cards left in it. And we have 6 cards with active tokens. 2 spoiled tokens are active. So let's see. We have 1, 2, 3... 3 there, 4, 5. So 5 of our tokens are out, or 5 of our spoiled trees are out. Alright, so 2 active are referring to these 2 here. Excuse me, 2, 3, 4. So 4. So there's still 5 left in the deck with 7 cards left. So pushing it might be a risk. So let's just stick with what we have. So this one gives us, take a fertile soil. And that's all we can do this time around. Now, here's where the beauty of these cards come in handy. With Deadwood Harvester, I can discard any other card in the field, so I can get rid of one of these cursed lands, hopefully to draw more. Unfortunately, we didn't get too much more mana out of it, but it was a help. So, alright, let's see. What do we want to do? We have 4 mana. That's not worth pushing yet. Alright, we're going to plant. And then we will plant a Wayfinder. We'll start building up that card. That's our turn. Hi out there, how's everybody doing? My name is Andrew Megas. We're on the Megas Mandrick channel. We are streaming Mystic Vale. Say hello and welcome aboard. We put highlights of our videos up on Adventures with Andrew Megas on YouTube, so please follow if you'd like, and so you know when we're streaming. Kind of new to this, so bear with me. One-man show. So now we have Earth Chant Chorus. So we have a couple good cards out here. Earth Chant Chorus will let us put other advances in here, cost 2 less, which will help us stretch the 6 out. Let's see what we got. Okay. So what's available to us? We're going to plant, I think. So there's 6. So let's take, I want to get my hands on a Mindful Owl. So if we take that, that drops us down. It's 2 less, so it's 4, so that still gives us 2. I think we'll build a card up with it. So we'll start building that card up. Alright, cool. So let's see, we can still get fertile soil, so we'll buy one and build it up on here. Oh, I have to put it on here. I don't know if I want to waste that space for a feral soil. So let's end our turn. Welcome to my channel. We're watching Megas Mandruk. We're playing games. We play Tabletopia. We play turn Tabletop Simulator. We play Board Game Arena quite a bit. And we also play digital adaptations of board games, which is what we're doing here. We're pulling some games off of Steam today to play. So love this game, Mystic Vale. It's a unique game, at least it was at the time, in which you build cards with using transparent cards as your deck, and you upgrade them to get mana and points ultimately. All right, so here we're going to push it. This is perfect. We can push again because this one will allow us to discard a card in our field. So we'll use that to discard our cursed land. And that brought us out an extra point, which is good. So what we're going to do here, let's see. We'll go to harvest. And I think we'll just flesh the card out. That gives us 2 mana plus the ability to discard. That's pretty good for that card. So that's our turn. You'll notice the gray shields over here tell you which cards have points on them that you've acquired. So because some cards will give you points when you acquire them. And you can see that by the gray symbols here. So all these cards give us points. When they have blue shields on them, those are points that you accumulate every turn. So right now, yellow's in the lead with 4 points. I have 2, I'm tied with green. Well, we're actually a 3-way tie at the bottom. So that's another thing you have to watch, because certain higher cards will give you more points. So that's another way to get points. All right, so we're going to push. We're going to push again and take advantage of that. So this is good. So that gives us 6 mana. That gives us some versatility. So for 6 mana, we can get the Plows, we can get the Hulking Thornside, we can get the Virile Chieftain, and the Grove Tender. Grove Tender is a great card. We have a blank card here. What Grove Tender will do is give us 1 green symbol, or 1 live symbol, which counteracts the spoiled symbols for every helmet on the card. So let's give him his own card. And that way we can hopefully build it up with some animals with shields on them, or some cards with shields on them. There's not very many out right now, but nope, we don't have any out there. But see, this is another card, Calm Weather, that will offset the spoil. So that's our turn. Okay, now we have Mindful Owl. This is where this card comes in handy. So we're going to use Mindful Owl to discard this cursed land. And now we can use Deadwood Harvester to discard another card in the field. We'll get rid of the other cursed land. See how it lets us draw out most of our deck. Now we have 13 mana. We have a lot more opportunities here. So, looking ahead, we have our Earth Chant Chorus out. We have Mindful Owl. Let's see, do we have our... Yes, we do. We have Grove Tender out. So that's going to give us 1 living, or one fertile tree for... so let's see, can we pull somebody with a helmet that will fit in that position? Because that card's in the bottom. And unfortunately, there's nothing here that's in the bottom. So, it's 5 points. We have 13. Let's see if we can get something. Alright, so next best thing is let's pull a Calm Weather. And so we're going to play it. So we'll pull Calm Weather out. And besides giving us that offset to the spoil card, it will also let's look at our next draft card, our on-deck card, and choose to discard it. So that's helpful. So we'll drop that there. And then we'll take a Bear Totem and we'll put that... Yeah, this would be great. So if we use this Bear Totem, it will offset the spoiled card, and it basically turns us into a mana card. So that's a great choice as well. So now that negates the power of one of those spoiled cards. So. So far we're tied for the lead. Well, we were tied for the lead. Alright. Okay, let's see. So in this planning phase, there's not a lot we can do. We have 3 of the 4 cards are active here. So I see we have 1. That one's been canceled. 1, 2, 3, and that 4th one. So that's 4, 5, 6, 7. So there's 2 cards left. Should have spoils on them. So I really don't want to risk it. Well, it doesn't really matter because we really don't have much option here. But you see how it's spoiled on us? So that gets us down to 1 card. So we got us up to 3 mana. Now we're back to a full deck. So the problem here is, unlike a deck building game where you get more than the cards you start, you always stay with 20 cards. However, what do I do here? Let's push it. This is a risk. Oh, good. We'll push the Mindful Owl out. This lets us discard a card, so we'll get rid of 1 of Cursed Lands. And we will... Now see, we only have 2 of 3 spoiled cards now because our growth is canceling 1 of them. So we can push again. We can push again. We can push again. We can push again. I think we'll stop here. Let's see. 8. 8 can get us another Mindful Owl, so that's good. And do we have a place to put them? Yes. We could drop them on here, and then we still gives us 4 points. And for 4 points, we can take... Hey, you know what? Let's push 1 more time. Do we dare? Yes, we dare. I think we'll stop here. So that gives us 11, so this will work out good. So what we'll do is for... Ooh. So... Let's think about this. There's nothing that can give us shields. We take the magic seed for 6. That gives us 5 left. After that, we can get a plow. Alright, let's do this. Let's try this way. So we're going to plant. We're going to plant a magic seed here. That saves us 2. And that enables us to grab a Feral Chieftain to put on here. And that gives us a helmet. And I think that's all we can, that's our second achievement, so that's all we can do this turn. But it puts us up in the lead so far with land. Now we can use our Wayfinder to discard this Cursed Land, which hopefully will stretch us out. Gives us 7 to work with this time around, which is good. We have 2 of the Mindful Owls, which is excellent. And right now, we're still tied for first place. Oh no, we're 1 point out of first. Alright, so we have 7 points here. We have 5 of the 6 in our thing, and we have 0 cards in our deck. So, we could take a risk here because we know that this card will come out. But we have 7. We have green and brown. Let's try building. Let's try getting. We'll take another Mindful Owl. We'll put that here. Hopefully get that card going. That's really all we can do this turn. We're still tied for first. But now we have 3 Mindful Owls in our deck, which enable us to discard. So now we've managed to negate 3 of our spoiled cards. 4 of them, actually. So now we're in great shape again. Really hitting that mana. So now let's concentrate on building endgame cards. So now what we want to do is we want to start gathering symbols that have these mana on them. So we're going to plant. Can we get anything with helmets on to increase our reach? Yes. We're going to take an Ent Elder because it's 3 different symbols, plus it gives us 2 shields, which gives us the ability to stretch our deck even further. And then we will also take, let's take a hawk. We'll put it on here. Oh, yeah, we can still buy Vale cards. Or, yeah, what are these called? I can't remember what they're called off the top of my head. Let's see what we want to buy up here. Well, this will give us mana. This 2 mana, we can buy a 3rd achievement. That's a good one. Let's take that. That lets us buy more cards on the bottom. So we really have our mana going here. So hopefully that'll be a big help. Let's see. Ooh, this is a rough decision. Oh, we'll cancel that. 25 mana. I think that's a career high of what I've had in this game. I don't think I've accumulated so much in a game. So hopefully we'll have some good choices when we get to our turn. But the game's starting to ramp up. 14, 13, 11, 3. Alright, let's see if we can get some good strides here. So what we will do is we will buy, let's see, we can buy Aurora for 8 points, which is pretty good. So let's plant, buy Aurora, and now we can buy 3 achievements too, which is great. So do we have anything with shields on it already? No. But let's start building up another Rotender. And then we will plant Feral Chieftain on. Oh, no, we can't do that there. Actually, you know what? Let's undo this for a second. Let's take this Grove Tender, because then we can put Feral Chieftain on, because we've got 3 achievements now. And then we can grab Vale cards. We'll take the Blooming Arbor, which will let us, if we spoil, we can gain. We can discard that to gain a life token. We can buy another Vale card. Once per turn, you may spend 2 to get use any symbol as a wild card. You know what? We're really pumping mana out, so that might actually be a good choice as well. All right. So that's a great turn. That puts us up in first place with 20 points so far. $22, 14. All right, so it's our turn. I am going to push this turn. Oh, that's good. Mindful Owl. Let's get rid of these. We'll get rid of. Unfortunately, the only thing we'll get rid of is the Bear Totem. Alright. So 8's better than nothing. So let's stop there. So for that one, we will add the Moonwolf to this card. Although, you know what? Let's take the Bear Totem and put it on that cursed land. That'll allow us to use that cursed land now as well. And then we'll grab a Fertile Soil. We'll add it to this cursed land. And then at the top here, we can get World Tree, which gives us 2 points. So we'll take that. And we'll grab Azure Lake. Oh, that's all we could do. All right, so we're good this turn. So a pretty productive turn. That put us back up in first place with 25 points. But I love how you build this game. Every game is different because you build your deck differently. The choices you have available to you are different every turn, so you have to figure out dynamically what you want to do. We have 15 cards left, so we're in a new deck. There's nothing here. So that means that we have 1, 2, 3, but we've managed to negate the cursed land on over half the cards. So let's actually push our luck. Except found 4 cards that don't have them on. No problem. Oh, well, no, wait a minute. Yep. All right, we'll discard that. We could have actually preserved that with the Vale card we bought, but it's okay. Do I want to discard anything? No, we're not going to discard on this. No, I don't want to discard that either. So that puts us up to 34 mana. So we basically can do whatever we want on this. We'll be able to buy anything that we need to. So we should be able to make some good choices here. Oh, final turn. That's the end of the game. And we came in second with 25 points. Beast Brothers really had a heck of a last turn. So that's Mystic Vale. I think we'll play one more.